Somebody call a doctor because bad medicine is back. That's the answer. This is the Appleton Oak. I'm Mason Quinn. Folks, I am very excited today because we are starting a whole new journey. Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. A number of you recommended this one to us. I am very excited to get into it. Of course, first time watched goes without saying, I think, and I'm excited to see what this is all about. I've done zero research, so coming in completely blind.
Yeah, just like previously with Death Note, came in completely blind, know nothing, have heard nothing of it, except for the fine folks that you are telling us we should watch this, so I'm definitely ready, willing, and able to start this new series, hopefully off with a bang.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat as these guys. Don't know anything about it, but you know, I didn't know anything about Attack on Titan. I didn't know anything about Death Note, so I'm coming in here super excited. Y'all recommended it so heavily, so it's got to be good, right?
All right, without further ado then, let's go!
Folks, before we get started today, we wanted to give a shout out to our official sponsor of our Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood reactions, Stylin' Boxes. Stylin' Boxes are the perfect gift for collectors, super fans, and anyone obsessed with pop culture, because not only do they get a box full of awesome stuff,
They get the thrill of being surprised. You pick the theme: movies, TV shows, horror, anime, retro cartoons, and what's inside is always a total win.
There are over 150 different boxes to choose from, and some of them include rare, hard-to-find items you just won't stumble across at the store.
each box comes with 5 to 8 officially licensed items. Collectibles, wearables, mugs, props, socks, bags, blankets, stuff that makes you say, yeah, I'm definitely keeping this.
And here's the kicker. The value of what you get is always more than what you spend. So not only is it fun, it's actually a great deal.
And you don't have to worry about sizing. Every wearable item is one size fits all or adjustable. Hats, socks, blankets, bags. It's grab and go fandom.
And once again, all the items are high quality and officially licensed. No knockoff junk, just legit merch made for real fans.
So if you're shopping for a fan or you are the fan, Stylin' Boxes is a no-brainer.
Pick a theme.
Open it up.
And get ready to wish that you had ordered too. You can get yours today at stylinboxes.com. Once again, grab yours today at stylinboxes.com.
The freezing alchemist.
I need you and your men to smoke him out. Bring him in.
Smoke them out.
Our rising young star is here as well. Fullmetal Alchemist, Edward Elric.
Colonel's never gonna let us out of here, is he?
We already bought our tickets for Lior, too.
For now, let's just get this over with, okay?
Lead the way, brother.
Lead the way, brother.
Brother!
Oh, it feels so weird starting a whole new journey. Oh, got the lit up glasses.
Oh, remember that from Attack on Titan.
Forgive us if we make comparisons, folks, but we've only seen Attack on Titan and Death Note.
Whoa! All right.
Okay.
There he goes! That way! You halt! Halt or I'll shoot!
Oh! It's ice. It's the Ice Alchemist.
Sub-Zero.
What a nasty thing to do.
Whoa! Ah!
Transmutation circle.
Now!
Oh!
What?
Whoa!
Huh. Some Bucky Barnes
I
stuff.
was just gonna say, it's Winter Soldier.
You are the Fullmetal Alchemist, Edward Elric.
Wow,
So
they didn't
one.
waste any time introducing us.
Oh.
I'm his younger brother, Alphonse.
But he's a runt. The Fullmetal Alchemist is just a little kid.
Whoa!
You're as good as they say. Thanks for the help.
Brother, he's gone.
Brother.
Looks like you underestimated your opponent, Fullmetal.
I'm sorry, Kay, whatever.
His name is Isaac McDougal, Isaac the Freezer.
He served in the Ishvalan War. He's been working with the anti-establishment movement ever since. Your orders are simply to help us contain him. Have you turned up any leads for getting your bodies back to normal?
Maybe if you ever gave us time to look.
It's interesting how they're doing that when he gets worked up. They give us different animation.
Yeah.
Could be your chance to earn that promotion to Central. You two are the Elric brothers, right? You're the Fullmetal Alchemist? Sorry, I had no idea you'd be so...
Go on, say little.
You'll have to come with me.
Hi, princess.
Look at him hunched over.
They both are. It's almost kind of giving me Avatar Last Airbender vibes.
A little bit, yeah. The lighthearted, some of the animation.
Little brother.
My name is Edward Elric.
You're little.
Okay, eat up.
Eat all you want.
Okay. He's not allowed to. He has to wear it all the time. I'll eat enough for both of us.
The freezing alchemist wants me to come play his sidekick. The crimson alchemist works alone.
Crimson Alchemist.
You saw the horrors that took place in Ishval. That's why you killed all those officers, isn't it?
My motives aren't so sophisticated. The reason I killed all of those men was because I could.
Oof.
Too bad. Keep up the good work.
Shut.
Oh.
Oh.
Busted into pieces.
You're worrying about those boys, aren't you?
You do know what they call state alchemists, right? The dogs of the military.
Miss Gracie's quiche. It looked a lot like Mom's, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I sure would like to get our old bodies back soon.
Me too.
Get their bodies back.
One more and Fuhrer Bradley is on his way to hell.
Fullmetal Alchemist.
They must be the commercials.
Yeah.
When you find him, shoot on sight. But if I find him first, he's mine.
Is that you, Armstrong?
Indeed!
Oh.
The strong-arm alchemist, Alex Louis Armstrong in the flesh.
This guy.
You'll need far more than water to quench my fists.
Quench my fists. Oh, what?
Statues?
Water from his canteen, huh?
After me, Elric brothers.
Right.
His mouth doesn't move, just his mustache shakes up and down.
It's been a long time, Freezer.
Oh.
Still there.
There's nowhere to run this time.
But who's running?
Oh. Kind of portal?
What has he got going on here? Like teleportation? Like beam me up?
Impossible. Unless...
A philosopher's stone.
What?
Freezing all the moisture in the air.
Do you really know the ones you serve or what their true plans are?
Who cares? You have a philosopher's stone, don't you?
Or a sorcerer's stone.
Depends.
It's all yours, Major!
Oh.
That's unexpected.
That's unexpected, he says.
The ice walls!
Emerging.
But...
A lot of damage here, folks. A lot of damage.
It's Central Command! Can you handle the transmutation circles?
I'm on it.
Wow.
For your cold-blooded crimes in Ishval, I condemn you to a frozen hell.
You can play that game!
What was that?
Too slow!
Oh.
It's empty. He lost his entire body.
What? That's wild.
You attempted human transmutation, didn't you?
Oh.
Oh, Jesus.
There are some lines you really shouldn't cross.
Ooh.
Whoa!
70% of my body.
Oh. It's blood.
What was that?
He used his blood.
I'm trying to save this country.
We're going after him.
Oh,
Oh, jeez.
What do you think of my flames now, you bastard?
Wow. Like our setup here with all of our characters getting introduced.
Oh.
Bradley.
Oh. That was quick.
Whoa, what is that?
Strong fist will not fail.
Ooh, they shut him down.
Job well done, Full Metal. If nothing else, this should make an exciting story for my son.
From what I'm told, you're the man of the hour.
Just destroyed the transmutation circles.
No big deal.
Next time a superior tells you to take credit for something you didn't do, you might try it for once.
We never did find out whether or not he had a Philosopher's Stone.
Maybe it'll say something in the official report.
Is that what that little thing was that rolled out and evaporated?
When I heard you were in the hospital, I just went over!
Jesus.
You need the example of a perfect physical specimen to inspire your recovery.
So Isaac's dead, is he? We'll be ready. It all begins very soon.
Very soon.
Huh. Playing with the dog. I wonder if we'll get any kind of story here on the credits.
It looked like it had, because it said skip credits, so I'm assuming there's something after the credits. So we'll let them run on this first episode here.
See how it goes.
So we know there was every once in a while they did that as well for Attack.
That guy.
Oh my God, Armstrong.
Yeah.
Alex Armstrong.
It's always so, you never know what you're going to get jumping into, these shows. You don't know how's the theme going to be. Is it going to be like super adult or kind of fun and silly? This seems like a combination.
Yeah, it does.
We're seeing guys get taken out and blood everywhere, but it's some of the animation's kind of fun and light.
Square Enix?
Oh, okay.
Risenball, a quiet town, the place where Edward and Alphonse were born.
Oh.
Next time on Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, the first day.
Oh, so that's what that is.
A little preview.
Resolve their hearts to begin the journey.
That's interesting how they do it.
Aniplex, I love it. Well, there you go. Look at that. There was the first one.
Oh, this is the start of the journey. And, again, you never quite know what to expect, but I'm very intrigued by this. We have, again, I guess if I could put any similarities to anything, it feels a little bit like an adult version of Avatar: The Last Airbender. And I'm only saying that because, again, not knowing anything about the series, we have folks in here who can control certain elements, it would seem, or have special abilities. The animation is kind of light and fun, at least so far, when guys aren't getting cut up with swords. But, they have fun with the different emotions and how they show it. The animation goes from what it is now to like very blocky and simple when they get mad or whatever, the two brothers. So that's kind of a cool little twist that we're going to have on this. And, we have somebody in presumably a faraway land kind of pulling the strings, trying to make something happen, has their minions going in this case, Isaac, to create some havoc or do something, match all those symbols up and get something going, which thankfully didn't work out. They were able to save the town from all the glaciers that were being formed.
Yeah, that was
but yeah, so I think again, this first episode, I thought they did a good job for somebody who knows nothing about the series to set up a number of characters, show what they can do right off the bat, and then kind of show what I'm thinking might be our main villain for at least the first season, probably. So again, I could be wrong on that, but just kind of making an assumption the way everything kind of led up to that. And can't wait to hear more about the boy's story. It's fascinating that the one brother his soul is just imbued into the armor, and that's all he is just a set of armor. So it's going to be very interesting to see how that plays out. We saw the head get taken off and it didn't matter. He was totally fine. And also want to see some more abilities out of Eric there and see how that plays out with what he's capable of with his Winter Soldier arm that he's got going there. So yeah, I mean, definitely what seems to be a fun, almost comedic drama series, maybe. I guess if that's would be a way that I could describe it from the start here. And we're just starting to know a lot of our characters. So yeah, I'm all in on this one.
Yeah, this was a fun start to a nice long journey, 64 episodes,
Yeah.
correct? And so, yeah, this was a great introduction. We saw, like, I like how they kind of introduce each and every character, like, oh, this is so-and-so, this is so-and-so, this is so-and-so, and showing us some of their abilities that, you know, all these alchemists, they have, like, certain different ones, like Alex's strong arm. So, like, look at it. He's a specimen. I do love the animation that they go between, you know, regular and then the more cartoony, a la like they did a little bit of Avatar in a sense. But even with Alex, you know, him talking, he's got no mouth. It's the mustache moving the whole time. So I thought that was pretty cool. And that they said that when he saw the symbol on the inside of like the neck where Alphonse got his head her head taken off, or his head taken off, I'm sorry. We heard them say, you know, you're bonded with the armor. How can that be? And so then we had that quick playback to where they're, which I think we're going to find, transmutation, which we're going to find out next episode. But he's like, I don't want anything to happen to my younger brother. So this is what I'm doing, and put it all into the armor. So I can't wait to dive more into that storyline, because that's going to be amazing, I think, as well. So, and
it seems like we have like a government and a rebellion. And somebody leading it, and somebody trying to be like, look, you don't know everything you know about this government power. Maybe there's more to the rebellion.
Because, I wanted to hear out Isaac the Freezer a little more, because he's like, I'm trying to save you from your country. I'm trying to save this country. And so I was like, well, what is he talking about? So, like, I wanted him to elaborate more. And then we met Crimson, who must be apparently the worst guy ever, because he's like, I didn't do it for this. I did it just because I wanted to. So I'm not going to help you, because I don't feel like wanting to kill someone right now, but I have before. So what a great way to start a new series. I think this will be a lot of fun moving forward, and I think a lot of action, and I'm going to definitely love the animation. That's for sure.
Yeah, this was definitely a fun start. They gave us a lot of action right away. I think they did a good job of introducing us to characters. Look, sometimes when you start, any show, you know, it's a little shocking. But I mean, sometimes they give us a little bit of a slow burn. You introduce people. I mean, it came out right away out of the gates. Like, I can either freeze water, turn it into steam. Either way, as a living organism, not very good for your health. But yeah, it was. Look. Again, a good mix of action, backstory, kind of setting up the scenario. I have no idea like what direction this is going, but as far as you know, how do we grab people's attention right away for the first one, right? Because I think that's a tough spot. Like somebody's watching a brand new series, how do we get their attention right away and make sure they stick with it? And when for a show where you have people who have some sort of powers or they can do some crazy things, I think sometimes if you don't show that right away and somebody's not like super invested or have their mind set up that they're going to, you know, at least try out a handful of episodes, I think sometimes, you know, people can throw in the towel.
Especially if you don't know the backstory of the source material, and you're not hyped for it.
You know, we haven't, as we said in the intro, like we haven't researched, or none of us really know anything about this. So it was a good first episode to get you involved. You know, a lot of levity, of course, the whole I'm the bigger brother, you know, where the little brother's in a metal suit, which I thought was like super interesting. I'm like, okay, why is he wearing a suit? And then when the head came off, I thought we were going to like look in the suit and be like one of those situations where they're like in the middle, like running some like robotic thing or something like that. And that wasn't the case. So kind of an interesting twist there as well. But definitely a solid first episode, again, from the standpoint of getting you interested, not telling you too much, but giving you enough to be like, okay, this is something that we're going to go with. Now, of course, for a reaction channel, it's not like we were going to watch the first episode and be like, see ya. But look, that's the reality of TV and series, is that you got to hook people right away. And for me, they did that with this. So
yeah, this has been a great start to the series. So I'm interested to learn more and more about this. And Bradley totally looks like a total badass. He just stood there with the eye patch. He came screaming at him, and it looked like he just went.
Yeah, and he was so fast,
and he was done.
See it. Well,
so I'm wondering what his true ability is.
Yeah, that's the thing, is he's somebody who can move incredibly fast. And look, again, we have to ask these questions because it is the first episode, and we're, you know, getting into this. I'm sure a bunch of this will be revealed. But yeah, I'm wondering if it's going to kind of go just, again, first episode prediction, just kind of wondering if it's going to go the way of you're working for a corrupt government and you don't know. We saw Edward's like, look, I don't care. I'm just here to do my job sort of thing. So I wonder if it's going to be you find out you're working for a corrupt organization, then you end up helping the rebellion. Who knows? That's a story that's been told a number of times in some other media, but we'll see, because it did come so highly recommended from many of you. So I wouldn't be disappointed if the story wasn't quite that simple.
Oh, look at that. We're off to the races now on some Fullmetal Alchemist.
Here we go.
This is going to be a lot of fun. I can tell already. So hopefully you're ready for the ride as much as we are. So for Appleton Oak, it's Mason Quinn. I'm, of course, the answer. Catch you in the next one, pals.
It is impossible to create something out of nothing.
Okay, getting
if
more
one wishes
here.
to obtain something.
Oh, that red.
Yeah.
That was what came out of a freezer.
Human transmutation is strictly forbidden. For what could equal the value of a human soul?
Interesting.
So they kind of did a little teaser right there for what the boys must have done.
Yeah, I like how they're giving us the breadcrumbs of the story a little bit here. And we saw that face of what looked like an older guy towards the end that they just showed a real close-up of in the gray. Got those Hanji glasses there.
It reminds me of Zeke a little bit.
And Zeke had the glasses like that too.
And the beard and the blonde hair.
In terms of opening themes, I'm digging this one.
It's upbeat, it's catchy, yeah.
All right, here we go. All right. Chugga chugga choo choo.
The stories about this priest in Lior, you think they're true?
Could just be sleight of hand, some cheap trick like that. The celestial stone that destroyed the city of Xerxes in one night.
Xerxes.
Some kind of object that amplifies alchemy.
Missing an arm and a leg.
Yeah.
Damn books! They tell us everything but how to find it!
It's like Google.
Think I have a good feeling about this one.
Me too.
First day.
You can never find the answer you're looking for on Google anymore.
Are you in here messing up your dad's study
User
again?
error.
Here, watch.
Whoa!
Whoa, right inside.
Mom's not even phased.
Oh, it's a bird.
I can't believe you've done this. You definitely take after your father. My little geniuses.
Mom had given us all the encouragement we needed. In the summer of that same year, the sickness came, and it took her.
Oh.
Wow.
I'm hungry, aren't you? Once Dad comes back, everything will...
Don't even talk about him!
Oh, boy.
He's not our dad. He didn't even come from Mom's funeral.
Ouch.
I thought I'd find you here.
What do you want, Winry?
You shouldn't cry for loved ones who've passed away.
Every time your parents go away somewhere, you cry like a little baby.
I do not...
Oh, jeez.
Come on, Ed. Drink your milk. You'll stay short forever.
You mean like you sawed-off old hag?
Whoa! Hey, hey!
Oh.
Micro peewee.
Baby at baby!
Subatomic shrimp.
Micro.
Oh, wow!
What was that? Wow.
Things elevated pretty quickly.
She's making stew tonight! Yay, stew!
Whoever invented stew must have been a genius. Began searching for the key that would unlock the secrets of human transmutation, and we wanted to go back to our lives with her the way they used to be. That's what drove us.
I'm not sure how this is going to all equate to bringing Mom back.
Yeah.
Well, they think they have an idea.
And we're ready. Lime, 1.5 kilograms. Fluorine, 7.
This is quite the cocktail.
Yeah.
How many people tried to do this after they heard all that?
And finally, we need some soul data.
I thought you would be happy for once
Well,
if they went
wasn't
on the
the-
fingertip.
Yeah. You're...
Can't keep this guy happy. Whoa, what do we
working.
got going on there?
Dad, something doesn't feel right.
Something's definitely, something's happening.
Oh, an eye.
Oh!
Yeah, like in the... Oh, in the opener.
Be a rebound?
It's got to take something. Oh.
What the What was that?
Hello. I'm God. I am true.
What?
The door is open.
Oh.
What's happening?
All of the information in the world was being poured into my brain at once.
Oh.
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 My theory of human transmutation wasn't wrong. It can be done. It's possible. It's still just missing something. You have to show it to me again.
I've already shown you all I can for the toll you've paid.
Oh, boy.
Oh.
Surely you knew. It's the law of equivalent exchange.
Oh.
No! He's gone!
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, please.
Dream sequence, maybe?
Whoa.
Oh, what the Oh. Oh, congrats, buddy.
Yeah, that didn't work out so well.
No, this isn't what we wanted.
What did
It's
you
all
create?
wrong, man.
No.
All wrong.
No, Fox, no! Give him back.
Yeah.
I saw that part.
He's my little brother. He's all I have left.
There we go. 10 years old.
Fullmetal
11.
Alchemist.
Hey, you're still in Central?
That was heavy.
The final report on Isaac McDougal.
Shing-Yi's alchemy, what's that?
To be honest, no idea. Why'd you decide to make Ed a state alchemist anyway? That boy's gonna have to go through hell someday.
Okay.
Oh, they've seen hell.
Lieutenant Colonel, they're not in back either.
Where are the Elric brothers? I want them found!
Yes?
Oh, hey. Grandma don't take no shit from anybody, does she? Oh,
We went to your
Jesus.
house. We saw the floor. What was that?
Oh, jeez.
Tried to get Mom back.
We didn't mean it.
The last thing I expected to find was a boy skilled enough to attempt human transmutation. He's more than qualified to become a state alchemist.
Should you choose?
He'll receive privileges and access to otherwise restricted research materials.
I went over to their house to see for myself what had happened. Whatever that thing was, it wasn't human.
Yeah, so about that.
Would you really have them go through that kind of hell again?
Riza Hawkeye.
Hawkeye.
Meet you.
Lieutenant Riza, have you ever had to shoot anyone?
Oh, jeez.
Soldiers like you are the reason my mom and dad left during the war,
Oh,
and soldiers are the
hey.
reason they're dead.
I'm merely offering you the possibility.
It's their choice.
Keep moving, whatever it takes.
Why did you become a soldier?
Because there's someone I have to protect.
We're leaving.
Yes, sir. Bye, Winry.
This music is real curious here.
I've never seen anyone look so defeated.
There was fire in those eyes.
Choo-choo.
That's for Oak.
How long will the surgery and rehabilitation take?
I'd say about 3 years, more or less.
I'll do it in 1. Just hang in there a little longer, okay?
Oh.
Seems like you're in perfect shape.
Yeah.
Still got it.
Got a little bit.
You didn't even use a transmutation circle.
So you didn't see it.
Oh.
Don't mess up my auto mail. You know how hard I worked on it.
Well, if it's half as hard as it, throw a wrench.
Just.
You're stuck with this gearhead whether you like it or not.
How fun.
Would that be a steel prosthetic?
Who's he?
You idiot.
King Bradley.
Do you need something to draw transmutation circles with?
I got it.
He's not even using a transmutation circle.
Just make a giant sword?
Spear.
Spear.
Whoa! In the future, you might want to rethink the way you conduct these examinations.
Huh.
I'd say you still have much to learn about the world. You put on quite
Didn't
a
even-
show, my naive young alchemist.
Didn't even see it.
Look at he's holding his.
Yeah,
When did he draw his sword?
exactly.
Exactly.
That's how fast.
If Ed does become a state alchemist, does that mean you'll be going away? Yeah.
This envelope contains your certificate of appointment.
This document certifies that Edward Elric
has been appointed to the post of state alchemist. He is hereby granted the title of Full Metal.
I like that.
Full metal.
I think that'll suit me just fine.
Got that right, Shorty.
No, hey. He's the older brother.
It's always cool when you give somebody a cool name. You are the Full Metal Alchemist.
The key to finally getting Al his body back, the Philosopher's Stone.
Boom.
Oh, and and we obviously don't want any spoilers. So,
so there you have it. There
all right,
it was.
folks.
Nice.
There it was, and that is.
This episode definitely it's again. I didn't know what I was in for in the first episode. I had no idea, and I guess it's kind of the same thing that we had with Attack on Titan, Avatar: The Last Airbender, Death Note. Didn't really know what I was in for when we started the shows, and it's such like a weird feeling, like, okay, what's this gonna be? And this second episode did a really good job of laying everything out. We got the whole backstory of the brothers Edward and Alphonse, which was cool. We saw they tried to bring their mom back, and now we know their motivation for everything. I don't think that Edward is all that. I mean, he was excited to get the name, the Fullmetal Alchemist, and obviously the title, but that, to me, I don't think is going to be his end goal of what he's trying to accomplish. The military is just going to give him the ability to have a chance at getting his brother Alphonse's body back, which, again, kind of plays into my earlier theory that you never know which side he might end up on by the time we get 30, 40 episodes into the series down the road from here. But a really good follow-up. Again, more comedy and humor when Winry threw the wrench at his head and just we had the funny animation. That was cool. But again, the character development that they're doing here is a pretty good job. I mean, Alphonse is more of the soft-spoken brother, and Edward's like hyper aggressive at the drop of a hat, ready to go. So it's going to be interesting to see how those two on the opposite ends of the spectrum kind of work together. And Bradley is just, look, 2 episodes in, this guy's a total badass. He can move so fast that nobody even sees it happening.
That's what I love. He's like, when did he draw his sword? Like that was a great thing to throw in there because we thought he was super fast last episode. Weren't really sure what happened as far as that, but then him walking away with it out was great.
Yeah, and so I'm just hoping that. Look, he seems so cool. I'm really hoping he doesn't turn out to be a bad guy.
Bradley?
Yeah, I'm hoping Bradley's a good guy because he seems so cool and so badass at episode 2. So that's really what I'm hoping for.
We're 2 episodes
I know.
in.
Well, the way that Isaac the Freezer said he wanted to take him down, it you kind of like, oh boy, what's going on here with this guy?
Yeah,
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, so that's kind of my fear. But anyhow, nonetheless, a wild episode, and can't wait for more of this.
Yeah, I was really interested in this whole human transmutation thing, as what they were trying to do, and you know, we saw that their mom passed away with 26 years old. Like, wow,
yeah, she was going to be 26. Pretty
yeah, which, you know, give or take, and having 2 kids that were 11 and 10 at the time, you know, and just leaving that all behind, and so it's understandable that they want to try and bring the kids back, but we saw the dad's not even in the picture, so it's not like he was going to come and help out with anything that has been going on. So
she wasn't even phased that they were doing alchemy. She's like, oh,
she was proud.
You're so good at it. All right, you know, good
She
job.
was proud
because normally we'd expect the mom to be like, oh no, what are you doing?
Yeah,
That's way above what you're capable of.
Yeah, and she was proud of her kids because you're smart like your father. I mean, so that entails then, well, what does their dad do that he must be such a high-ranking, you theorize, a high-ranking, you know, scientist that maybe he's working on some stuff that's why he's gone all the time. So I'm wondering if that ever comes back into play, because other than mention him right there that they don't care for him very much because he didn't even come back for mom's funeral, like what part is he going to play in this? And then it was nice meeting Winfrey and her grandmother where we saw her and Edward have a great exchange back and forth, but then you saw how much she still cared about him because like she was checking up on him when he got brought in after when they tried the human transmutation. She was there in the hospital and was like, you know, it'll take you 3 years, and he said, I'll do it in 1. So we saw that he is highly motivated, and it seems like a lot of times they're motivated, for selfish reasons or something, or they could be. No, he's all about getting his brother's body back one way or another. But then where does that leave Alphonse after that? Because then, you know, right now it's got the body, the armor, you know, that they can do whatever they want with it. But like if it goes back into your human form, then I don't mean it a bad way, but it's like you're kind of useless because then you're back to being, because I don't know how much he's going to age while he's in the armor. So, but another really good episode, and it was fun that they didn't do like the backstories, like episode 7 has a little more, episode 8 has a little more. No, they just gave us day 1-ish. Yeet.
With Winry being a gearhead, I'm wondering how that's going to work out with the metal suit.
They gotta end up having her help out.
Who knows? Yeah, I'm sure there's going to be some advances there or some special whatever. Look, for me, this one was really informational. I'm glad that they gave us, and I agree with the answer. I'm glad they gave us a pretty solid backstory, and I'm sure we'll get a little bit more backstory, maybe on hope I shouldn't say maybe, possibly with Dad. Maybe they'll give us the backstory on Dad. I guess. Obviously in the last episode that was brought up. But in any regard, I think this episode was a more complete introduction necessarily than the first one.
Yeah.
But I liked, we really didn't get a ton of like action per se like we got in the first one. But as far as 2 episodes in, I think they did a good job. I think you probably could have had this one as the first episode. And then rolled into some more action, but they caught you with the action right. Whoa, what's this all about? He can do this and he can do that, and the transformation, transfiguration, transmutation. Excuse me, I'm going from transformation, transfiguration, transmutation,
like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles mutation.
Transmutation. Yeah. But in any regard, as far as a way to start off a series with these 2 episodes, I feel like this is really a solid start. Like I said, give us the action in the first one, give us a little bit more backstory here, get some people feeling bad for the kids, but at the same time, like, hey, you guys really should be messing around with that. Like when they were going through that formula, I was like, how about?
Yeah, that was quite a bit of ingredients there.
A 10 and an 11-year-old, 10 and 11 at the time. A 10 and 11-year-old sitting there. Imagine like now you look at kids who are 10 and 11, right?
Yeah, and you're going to start.
What is 10 and 11? A 4th and a 5th grader maybe? Like, hey, we're going to do this, this, and this to try to bring Mom back. It's like, hold on.
Pump the brakes. Well, come on. We've all seen
with some
Pet
pretty
Sematary.
Crazy consequences. Speaking of Pet Sematary.
I have not seen it.
I haven't seen it either.
Okay.
I know the premise of it.
Oh, I don't even know the premise.
But speaking of Pet Sematary, what about the version of Mom?
I think that was Mom.
That was Mom back. They brought back?
I think that's, because like, if you only give up, like, what do you have to give up to get the full
the full thing?
Okay, so right. Okay, but it wasn't even like they got a skeleton of Mom or they got some weird, really messed up version. Yeah. Now my question is moving forward is can they... of course, they want to fix themselves, Ed and especially Al, because Ed's just missing, some body parts. Al's gone. Yeah. He's in a machine. But Mom looks pretty funky. Can we take where she's at right now and restore her to the original Mom? Is that going to be the goal moving forward? This is one where got a lot of questions on the back of my mind.
Yeah.
And, they gave us information, gave us some backstory, but all of a sudden you're like this flood of questions.
Well, we got that whole world of truth and God and what all that was with the animation of just kind of being the background sketch of a person or the negative of a person, and that's kind of where all the alchemy takes place. That's where the rules were laid out a little bit. Are we going to be going back there again?
Yeah, that's going to be interesting. I also found it interesting, like, hey, the state's going to step in and use you now. We're going to make you an alchemist. It's like
Dog of war.
Yeah.
I mean, is there ever a good TV series or movie where the government or the state steps in and says with an 11-year-old boy, "Oh, we're going to use you now"?
I heard nothing but good things.
Yeah, so we're going to use you now. So again, had no idea coming into this series what we were dealing with. I have zero clue what direction it's going to go. I feel like there's so many, obviously, so many different paths the story can take, which I'm sure it will. It's interesting having watched a handful of anime now, right? Like Attack on Titan was all over the place, right? Like this story, this backstory. We're going to talk about this people, and at times it felt a little disconnected. If I'm being honest, whereas, and I know these are all individual shows, and then we can't really lump them all in together. Whereas with Death Note, it was a super linear story, right? And I mean like super linear. Here's this guy. This is what he's doing all the way along. Very little backstory other than, how the Death Notes worked and stuff like that. But for the most part, a very linear story. And I'm wondering, again, and this story can be its own and not have to conform to anything or not play by the rules laid forth by other stories. But I'm wondering if it's going to be more linear now, if we're going to get all, sorts of branches of the story.
Well, we
and
do have a lot of
maybe
characters.
Converge.
Yeah.
And we also have 62 more episodes.
So we have a lot.
I don't want to get too far ahead of myself because I'm really enjoying this one. But of course, I think we're all drastically more invested into anime as a whole, and than we were, when we started even the last 2 shows. So now I'm kind of just like, I probably just need to settle back in.
Oh yeah,
I think once we get a few more episodes in, I'll settle back in. But as new and as fresh as it is, I'm trying to figure out too much stuff at once. I think so.
Well, there you go. 2 in. Just a few more to go.
A few more.
And look, we cannot wait to dive into it. Hopefully you enjoyed it as much as we're really getting into it. So for Appleton Oak, Diamond Dave.
He's somewhere around
He's
here.
around here.
He's watching over me.
Us.
Appleton Oak,
always with
that's
us.
Mason Quinn, by the way. And I'm, of course, the answer. We'll catch you on the next one, pals.